Over the last 3 months or so, we've shown you two of the products of Bill Barry Cotter's Riviera factory on the Gold Coast, the 30 and the 44. Now, the very first boat that Bill released to the market after he set the Riviera factory up was the 38. Let's have a look at the 38 on the water. The 38 was the first in a planned release of a full range of power boats by Bill Barry Cotter on the local market. Now, Bill has had long years of experience in designing and particularly manufacturing this type of boat, and he feels very strongly about the fact that our market is being assaulted by overseas products. He feels that we have the capability of building boats which are at least the equal to the best in the rest of the world, and that we have great potential to generate and maintain high levels of employment in supplying quite a large local market. Now, the lines of the 38 are shared by all of the other boats in the range. In other words, the 30 is a condensed version of the 38, the 44 is a larger version of the 38 using the same lines. Now, that not only means that the performance of the boats can be predicted, but it means that plug making and pattern making is made relatively simple and therefore inexpensive, and this is one of the areas in which Bill is able to affect the economies that enable him to sell the boats in a price that's competitive with the overseas products. The interior layout is magnificent, forward to port. The galley is a step-down unit there which incorporates a stove, a freezer or a refrigerator, a sink with pressurised hot and cold water, and by the way, the hot and cold water is featured right throughout the boat and is pressurised. After that, also to port up 2 steps, is the dinette unit, which is convertible to a full queen-size double bed, and that is done very quickly. Under the foredeck we have the toilet shower unit, which is very nicely appointed and lined in fiberglass and laminex, and forward is the owner's stateroom with a full V berth and with sea berths on either side. Now, the fly bridge is fully appointed, and of course, again, getting back to game fishing, this sort of boat is almost inevitably used for part of her life as either a serious or a social game fishing boat. A fly bridge is essential for that particular purpose, and with the layout of the Riviera 38, it's capable of being used as a very serious game boat. The instrumentation is duplicated up there. This boat, by the way, is powered by 2 very large Volvo inboard diesels, turbocharged diesels, which give her excellent performance, and she's capable of extended offshore cruising, again a requirement when you're game fishing. The downstairs steering station here being manned by Glenn Lee Smith, of course, who is the Gold Coast agent at Runaway Bay Marina for the boats, has full instrumentation for the 2 engines and all of the controls for trim tabs, bilge pumps, lights, etc., and access to the engines is very easy through hatches in the main saloon floor. It's possible for an engineer to get down into the engine compartment and have plenty of headroom and plenty of room around the engines for maintenance and for making sure that everything is going properly. As far as performance is concerned, the 38 moves along very nicely with a top speed in the vicinity of 24 knots and a very economical cruising speed of around about 20 knots. As I said, her fuel and water capacity enable her to stay at sea for quite an extended period of time, and she has all of the conveniences to make the people aboard as comfortable as possible. You'll notice there's a clear view hatch in the foredeck there, along with stainless steel bow rails. The interior is appointed with teak and carpet, and she is truly a beautiful boat.